Hey out there everyone in Albion, it's MrChipps again, back for another video on some tips and tricks for Albion. After I posted my first video on how to use some of the search tools and techniques to look through the marketplace, I had some comments that prompted me to look at some of the newer ways to buy gear that may be not so apparent, but can be really good for when you want to buy sets of gear and make sure that you're getting the right sets of stuff for what you're doing. So first thing, I just want to run over here to the marketplace and just show you that over here on the right hand side, the last tab here is loadouts. And then in the loadouts tab, this is where you'll eventually come to purchase loadouts. If you're going to purchase, even one or purchase them in bulk, you can do that. So just want to start with that. But to actually go into it, we'll go up here to our nameplate and go to loadouts. Also shortcut L if you are on a computer. We'll open that menu up, and you can see that there is a number of loadout slots available to you. So you can build sets for PvP, PvE, anything you need and want to keep a set for. You also have the search functionality that lets you search through. So if you had a lot of them and you wanted to search for, a specific one that you named yourself, you can do that. So first thing I will do is create a new loadout. And what I'm going to do first is going to start by building a loadout from what I currently have on me. And then after that, I will build a loadout all from scratch using the tool itself. To do a loadout of stuff that you already have on you, you just go down to the bottom, choose how to start your layout, and you select Start Loadout from your creation from current equipment. And that's just going to take everything that's on your character and it's going to put it in the loadout. So my loadout here is spears. That's just because I have a spear here, and this is, again, just an example. You can change the background color if you want and change the icon to whatever you might be looking for, and then you hit create. So bringing up the loadout informational pane here gives you some information. It shows you your loadout. It allows you to search through items, and this is for populating loadouts that are made from scratch, as well as getting other items, or if you wanted to change something, you can do that by looking through here. It gives you all your normal filtering and search functionality, like we saw in the video about the auction house. So that's that. You have the ability to look at sets and have the market kind of play by for you. And that's what this bottom part where it says equipping settings is. And you can see that there's these three symbols, match exactly, same or higher, and same or lower. When you look at each piece of gear in its tier, its enchantment level, and its quality, or its an amount in terms of food and potions, you can have the, AI of the marketplace in this loadout system to pick gear for you. So if I wanted to make sure that I at least had a tier 5 to spear, or tier 5 spear, I could make this same or higher. Now it'll take up tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, tier 8, whichever is available. I think it'll probably pick whatever closest to what you have selected. The second one is going to be enchantment level. And so if I wanted to make sure I at least had a 0.2, whether that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 0.2, I could make that also same or higher. If I wanted to make sure that 0.2 was the highest tier, I could make that same or lower. And then in terms of quality, with excellent and outstanding, good, you can set that as well to same, higher, lower, or equal to what you have available to you. I'm just going to set these back to their normal. And from there, we'll go over to the second tab over here on the right, and that is your inventory pane. The inventory pane will automatically populate your inventory with whatever you put in here. It's great for extra food, different gear sets if you run a couple different things, potions if you need some offset potions. That will all go into this pane here. So we'll go through and put some stuff in there. We'll start by just looking at poisons, just because that's an easy one and easy to search for. So you'll see all the different types of poisons over here. We'll go and pick the major T8 poisons. One thing that's not super apparent is what these little check radio buttons are for. And they're actually to select different multiples. You'll see if I go down here and I shift click on major poison potion, it puts 1. And I can keep doing that and add more and more and more. If I check the second radial button, you can see that each stack goes to 10. So now I can add them in sets of 10. To get rid of them from your inventory, you right click, that gets rid of all of it. And for full stack, you can see that's 999, but for other things, it may be different. And if you wanted to, say, select 14 poisons for your inventory, you could either go through here 14 times, or I could select a major poison potion here. And then I could select 4 major poison potions from the first selector to get to 14. If you go over, there is actually no way to split or get rid of stuff in the inventory. The only way is to get rid of it and to reset up everything and put it into your inventory. So that is that, and we'll also put in, say, some Avalonian beef stews while we're at it, and we'll put, say, 5 of those. So we have some things in our inventory here. We have our loadout that's all populated. We've decided whether or not we want this gear, lower gear, or higher gear when we go to eventually purchase it. And the last thing that is not very apparent is this little tab right here. And if you click on this little tab, it'll actually open up and show you the estimated market value of the set of gear that you're going to get. I actually went through and tested this, and sometimes this estimate can be wrong if you haven't seen the items yet. So I populated one that said it was 130K, and it ended up being 1.7 million. Not even sure how that's possible, but it happened. And this pane just kind of reflects your stats and information, the same thing you would see in your character's details. You can see that the base item power is exactly the same, and again, that's just because I'm wearing exactly that piece of, or that set of gear. So that's just a little tip. So when you're building gear, you can kind of see and look through how much it's going to cost you, what your base level is going to be, and how it's going to affect your character's stats. We'll close that. Oh! Let's see if it saved it. It didn't, so my bad. Let me quickly just run through here. We'll put 10 in there. We'll just put some chicken omelets this time, and this time we'll put 10. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom and obviously hit save changes. That would have been smart. So we'll close that, and you can see again that you can see that here. We'll go through and I'll just show you how this works a little bit. We can take all of this gear off, and you can see on the Loadouts tab, there's this little button here. This allows you to quickly equip equipment. You can see it automatically equips all my equipment. The only thing you don't get to see, though, is what your inventory looks like. So if you really want to go into a loadout, you'll have to go there to see what the inventory looks like. And then let's create a loadout from scratch. I'll go over here and click Create New Layout. We'll create one for Brawler Gloves this time. And let's make it the little punchy boy. And a dark brown. And we'll start from empty this time. And you can see that it came up with just a purely empty loadout page for us. And we'll go through here and we'll just populate this. We'll do some Brawler Gloves. Say we want to do like tier 6 minimum for all of our gear. And let's make sure it's excellent as well. So we'll go through here. Let's do soldier boots. For this, we'll go and choose shoes. And then we'll do a guardian helmet. Again, we'll do tier 6. And we'll do an assassin jacket. And we'll do tier 6. We'll do a Thetford cape, but this one we'll choose tier 4. And we'll do a bag. Okay. Let's take some resistance potions. And it won't do anything because it's set to excellent here. There we go. And let's take 10 of those, and we'll put those on our character. And we'll do some more Avalonian food here. We'll do a goat stew. And we'll put 10 of those on there. We will go over to our inventory tab and say we want, a mage robe. And we'll take, a 5.1 mage robe. Let's take a cultist cowl. Just a couple different things. Demon demon helm. You know, maybe we want to silence, you know, that kind of thing. You know, this is just a way that you can go through and populate all of the equipment slots. And we took some poisons here, or sorry, resistance potions. So let me just go through and slap on 10 major poison potions as well. So we have some of that. We have our loadout here. Let's throw a horse in there real quick. Tier 6 horse. And now we have a full brawler layout. We have that loadout that's fully populated. We have an inventory with some extra equipment just in case. And we can go down here and check out the details on this, showing us that our estimated market value is just under 1 million. You know, our base power is 993, and here's some of the stats that would be associated with that. We'll go down here and hit Save Changes. And now we can close that. And you can see our loadouts here are now on the side. We'll close everything out and let's go back to the marketplace. We'll go down to the bottom here where it says Loadouts. We can go to Loadouts and we'll select our Brawler Gloves loadout and we'll hit search. Now, looking at this, it shows you obviously the items that you have, how it's matching it, the price of those items, kind of the market average on what you're buying, just in case you purchased this before. It's going to give you a little rundown. We go down here and it's going to show you a few things. First, how many items you're purchasing, how many might not be available. As you can see, there are no 7-2 demon helmets available here in the marketplace, so it's not going to purchase this. It tells you your total silver cost and how much, on average, how much it would have cost and how much it costs now. So it's a little bit cheaper. Some of the items are a little more expensive. Just kind of look at that, just get a good idea of how much you're spending. You can then go and select as many loadouts as you want. Say I want 5 loadouts. I can actually go here and search, and you can see that there now isn't enough cultist cowls, there aren't enough demon helmets, there weren't any demon helmets, so that won't be purchasable, but the rest of this stuff, it populated 5 full sets, so you can see the total cost of silver went up, and I could go ahead and purchase this set, or purchase these items if I wished, and that would then put them into my bags. From there, I would just go in here, open up my loadouts, and hit my equipment button. Obviously, I'm not carrying any parts of that equipment just because it's quite expensive, but if I were, just like I did with the spear set, it would throw everything on, and everything would be good from there. I just wanted to set out this video, and just a quick introduction to how you can build loadouts and how to use the Loadout tool. Some of the things are a little bit unintuitive, and you know, working with it, you can get a lot more comfortable. So I hope this was educational and helped someone out, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.